Oulu, northern Finland, just 200 kilometers south of the Arctic Circle. An unlikely place to find one of Africa's finest.
Yeah, well, when you ask me about life, I think first I think the weather. I arrived when it was minus 34. And it was incredible. Minus 38, not even 34. It was incredible. I was bleeding from my nose for the whole weekend.
A true Nigerian football legend. Since January 2016, Daniel Amokachi has been head coach of Finnish second division club JS Hercules.
When they contacted me and I told them what is on the plate, and they were blunt, told me their vision at the same time. They said, listen, we are not a rich team, so we know we can't afford you being a national team coach and all that, but we're gonna give you a platform, to showcase what you can do in Europe. And believe me, I am really, really enjoying my time, and because football is my life. So stopped playing at the age of 28. Now I'm a coach. I'm 43, and I just have to enjoy it. I have a long years to be on the football field.
One of his country's dazzling stars in the 90s, Amokachi was part of a Super Eagles team that dominated African football. Most memorably, in 1994, they appeared at their first FIFA World Cup.
To be among the first Nigerian to qualify for the World Cup, I think it's a moment that I cherish all my life. It's a moment that Nigerians never forget. I remember that goal against Greece like it's just yesterday, because we were leading Greece 1-0, and Clement Westhoff, called me to the line and he said, listen, we gotta score the second goal because I want to play Italy in the second round. And we could have easily played the Romania, but he said, no, it's the Italian I want to play. You guys gotta score the second goal. That's the only goal that you ever see a referee celebrate. And because when I scored, I was running towards the corner flag and I was calling my teammates to come, and then the referee started, the camera showed the referee jogging towards me, and it's like he's celebrating the goal, where he was coming to tell us to just, go back, but it was fun.
Amokachi's talent didn't go unnoticed. A move to English Premier League side Everton followed, especially memorable for an FA Cup semi-final that saw the striker substitute himself onto the pitch, having only been asked to warm up.
When I turned back and see the way Joe Royal got off the bench, what the hell are you doing? The beautiful thing about it is 10 minutes later, I ended up scoring 2 goals. And that was the ticket that took us to Wembley. Whenever it's the final, I grew up in a neighborhood that probably only one house has a TV. So we'll all rowdy ourselves when we go there, and we don't want to miss it. And for me to be part of it and to be the first ever African to win an FA Cup medal, it couldn't get better than that. And to beat again the Manchester United in the finals when we were struggling to avoid relegation, it got even more sweeter.
A decade later, Amokachi was back in Nigeria. A role as assistant coach for the national team followed. Particularly poignant for his time working alongside Stephen Keshi, who tragically died in June.
He contributed a lot, in being the person that I am, me sitting in front of the camera today as a coach. The managerial skills I've learned working with him in the last years with the national team as his assistants, made me to grow as a coach, and that I can never forget. I can never forget. The tragic thing about it is, we lost him a few days and then end up losing another top coach, Amadou Shaibu, in the same, week. And they are all my bosses and all my fathers, and it's really, life is really sad.
And now, following in the footsteps of those great names, Amokachi is continuing his own journey.
Me working for JS Hercules have made me, and it's making me a better coach, because when you work with the national team, you already have ready-made products. And you just, the tactical angle, and they just go out and do it. But when you're working with a team that is in the second division and, they're new in your philosophy of football, you have to be on your feet, you have to be, thinking every second and, let them know this is everything. You have to start it from the basics. And you know, I doesn't go to sleep because I need to. I need to be on my feet. And, you know, I came to Olu with just one gray hair. Now probably I'm looking like Moses in the Bible or something.
Daniel Amokachi made history, and he remains a pioneer, determined to push for more.
I know we have a lot of you know, coaches that have played professional football in Europe that can handle you know teams in Europe. You know, some of them are handling the junior teams in clubs that they've played, but not a head coach in a league. They need to give more of the opportunity. You know, it's not a racial thing, but you know, you get the opportunity and you showcase what you can, and that's what I'm trying to do with my own opportunity that I'm getting. And if I succeed, it's an open door for other African coaches. You know, that's what I'm looking at.